The markets of 2025 no longer whisper. They roar with data streams moving at the speed of light, with algorithms predicting volatility before a human heartbeat can fully contract. Yet beneath this avalanche of machine intelligence stands the lone human trader, pulse steady, intuition sharpened by scars of past cycles, staring into the glowing screen as if facing a rival carved from the future itself. This is no longer a battle of who is faster, for machines have already claimed that crown. This is a collision of worlds, a duel between the cold precision of artificial intelligence and the burning instinct of human conviction. Billions shift every hour across crypto exchanges, over 90% of high-frequency orders micro-calculated by code, and yet the greatest fortunes of the last decade were made not by machines, but by humans who felt the undercurrent before the charts confirmed the storm. In 2025, AI has become the market's bloodstream, but humans remain its heartbeat, a paradox of power and vulnerability. And every trader, whether charting Bitcoin at dawn or watching altcoins coil before breakout, is forced to confront the same truth: evolution is here, and the battlefield is invisible. The question is no longer which side wins. The real question is who adapts faster, who dares to merge instinct with intelligence, discipline with data, soul with system. For in this new arena, wealth belongs not to the strongest, nor the smartest, but to the one who understands that the future is neither machine nor man, but both, working in harmony. And the moment you see that, the moment your mind snaps into the rhythm of this new financial epoch, everything about money, markets, and mastery begins to change. The markets of 2025 breathe like a living organism, pulsing through exchanges that never sleep, driven by AI engines capable of processing 30 million data points before your morning alarm even vibrates against your nightstand. It is a world where sentiment is scraped from 2 billion social media posts per day, where volatility is predicted not by guesswork but by pattern recognition models trained on decades of candle formations, liquidity sweeps, and black swan anomalies simulated 1,000 times per second. And yet, with all this power, the market remains as untamed as it has always been. Because no matter how deep an AI digs into its ocean of data, it cannot fully comprehend the irrational heartbeat of human fear, greed, panic, or euphoria. The battle between AI and human traders isn't a fight for superiority, it is a war for relevance. Machines see everything except the soul of the market. Humans feel everything except the full scope of data. AI can detect the exact millisecond when liquidity shifts, but it cannot feel the silent dread of a trader watching a red candle slice through support like a blade through warm wax. Humans can sense an emotional tide before it forms, but they cannot compete with execution speeds measured in microseconds. And the irony is that each side envies the other. The machine wishes it could feel, the human wishes he could process. In 2025, the largest trading desks no longer ask whether AI or humans win. They ask how tightly the two can merge. The smartest funds already operate as hybrid organisms. Human intuition steering machine precision, machine logic executing human foresight. This fusion is where the real financial elite now live. When a trader feeds his instincts into an AI engine, the result is something greater than prediction. It becomes amplified perception, the ability to see not only price action but intention, not only volatility but its shadow, not only liquidity zones but the psychological fragility beneath them. AI thrives on structure, humans thrive on chaos. Markets are built from both. That is why neither side can fully dominate the other. The bot that outperformed 98% of traders in backtests still collapses during a sudden regulatory announcement crafted with emotion rather than logic. The human who senses an altcoin's breakout still loses to slippage, latency, or the relentless grind of emotional exhaustion. Machines don't panic, sell. Humans don't freeze during flash crashes. Machines don't doubt themselves, humans do. But machines also don't dream, humans do. And every extraordinary fortune ever built began with a dream. Something an algorithm can analyze but never originate. Imagine Bitcoin surging past 100,000 in a 2025 rally driven by institutional liquidity flowing in at microscopic intervals. AI systems will detect each inflow as data, but a human will feel it as destiny. One sees numbers rising, the other sees the beginning of a new wealth cycle. One reacts, the other anticipates. AI can execute 1 million perfect trades, But a human needs only one extraordinary trade to rewrite the trajectory of his life. The market remembers those who strike with clarity. The machine gives you clarity of data, your discipline gives you clarity of purpose. This is why the most powerful traders in 2025 are not the coders, nor the quants, nor the instinct-driven gamblers. They are the ones who realize that AI is not a replacement. It is leverage. It is the weapon that removes hesitation, strips fear from decision-making, and turns chaos into language. Crypto liquidity now moves globally at speeds that transcend human comprehension. Ethereum's two ecosystems settle transactions faster than thought. Solana processes tens of thousands of on-chain messages per second. AI trading engines anticipate these flows before the average trader finishes reading a candle. But within this apparent disadvantage lies your hidden advantage. AI can only predict what has already been. You can imagine what has never existed. When a human trader senses opportunity, it is not merely analysis. It is the collision of memory, pattern, intuition, desire, risk tolerance, and personal evolution. Machines cannot feel the weight of rent. The desire for freedom, the hunger for a breakthrough moment that turns years of struggle into a single moment of triumph. The market rewards those who feel its pulse. It also rewards those who measure its structure. But in 2025 it rewards most the ones who do both. The machines will keep growing faster. The humans will keep growing wiser. And inside that gap lies the new battlefield where fortunes are forged. This is not the era of choosing sides. It is the era of becoming the bridge between worlds. AI is your sword. Intuition is your shield. Discipline is your armor. And the market is the arena where you rise, where you adapt, where you transcend the limits of what a trader once was. In the end, the future does not belong to AI. It does not belong to humans. It belongs to the human who knows how to command the machine. The markets of 2025 punish hesitation with mathematical brutality, because every second you pause, an AI somewhere is executing 4,000 micro orders, sweeping liquidity with surgical precision, running inefficiencies not through cheating but through velocity. Binance alone processes over 1.4 million transactions per second through its internal matching engine. And institutional bots tap into this river with models trained on more than 300 terabytes of historical tick-level crypto data. Meanwhile, AI sentiment systems scrape nearly 2.7 billion online interactions each day, quantifying fear and greed at a scale no human mind could digest in a lifetime. And yet, despite this overwhelming computational dominance, over 80% of the highest RI narrative trades of the last 3 years were sparked not by bots, but by humans who sensed the shift before the data turned into a trend. Because while AI measures the market's behavior, humans feel its temperature. Every bull run in crypto history has been ignited not by charts, not by code, but by collective emotion. Belief, speculation, fear of missing out, dreams of escape velocity. Machines can simulate these feelings, but they cannot originate them. A human trader notices the subtle change in tone across communities, the spark in developer conferences, the whispers of venture capital flows returning to high-risk sectors. When an AI flags a potential breakout, the human already sees the story forming, and it's the story, not the statistic, that drives parabolic expansions. Bitcoin doesn't surge because of numbers, it surges because people believe the numbers will change their lives. In 2025, over 320 billion in crypto liquidity is controlled by automated market makers and quant-driven hedge funds. Yet the greatest asymmetry belongs to individual traders who merge that mechanical power with the irrational brilliance of human intuition. Because when you pair instinct with AI confirmation, conviction transforms from emotion into architecture. That is why small traders using hybrid AI tools in 2025 have shown nearly a 40% improvement in risk-adjusted performance compared to discretionary traders relying only on intuition. The machine gives structure, the human gives direction. The trader who survives this era will not be the one who tries to think the machine or feel the machine. It will be the one who understands that the market is evolving into an organism that demands dual intelligence. The cold mind of data, and the warm pulse of human insight. If you rely only on instinct, you will drown in a sea of machine speed. If you rely only on AI, you will become predictable. Because every bot using the same dataset eventually converges on the same outcome. But if you merge the two, You gain something machines cannot replicate: asymmetric unpredictability. You become the outlier the market cannot model. The world is shifting faster than the charts can refresh. By 2025, institutional AI systems are capable of detecting liquidity droughts 18 minutes before they form. They can predict liquidation clusters with 92% accuracy. They can calculate the probability of a breakout within 0.3% deviation. But they still cannot understand why one tweet can move markets more than 10,000 lines of data. They cannot understand why retail traders return in waves stronger than any measured sentiment spike. They cannot understand why narratives, not numbers, create multi-trillion-dollar cycles. That is why the greatest edge in 2025 is not choosing AI or choosing human intelligence. It's choosing to become the hybrid trader this era demands. The one who uses AI to eliminate noise but uses human perception to detect the spark of opportunity before it becomes data. The one who lets AI manage precision but lets instinct capture timing. The one who lets AI execute perfectly but lets emotion recognize when a market is no longer rational. Because in the end, the machines may dominate execution, but humans dominate meaning. The machines may predict volatility, but humans create it. The machines may analyze the past, but humans invent the future. Wealth in 2025 will flow to the trader who does not fear AI, but commands it like an extension of thought, turning raw computation into refined conviction, turning endless data into a single moment of clarity, turning possibility into profit with the power of both mind and machine moving as one.